And thanks to all of you who've been sharing over the last hour. There's been lots of wisdom there and lots of places you can go for help if that's you wondering about what to do next. So we're going to have a change of tack now, and I'm really pleased that we're going to have a performance by We Are Not Saints. This is the UK's first recovery label, and going to be launching the Sober Mike series as well. So I'm handing over to Chris.
That's great.
Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Claire. So yes, firstly, thank you very much for having me to your recovery festival. It's a real privilege to be here. It's been a bit of a wild day because I've been trying to get cover to someone to look after my son while I do this. So I'm sat in my in-laws' spare room at the moment, but it's all come together and I'm here. So I just wanted to, before I play you guys any music, just give you a bit of kind of background about who we are, what we do. I don't know if anyone's kind of heard of us before, but we're very keen to do some work with Bristol Drugs Project and you guys over in Bristol. So who we are is, as Claire so kindly put it, we are the UK's only, and I believe possibly only the world's only recovery record label. So we work with musicians who may have had a previous career in music, who maybe have dabbled in music in their youth and then through their addiction given up on it, and are now coming back into the world of recovery and kind of rediscovering their creativity. And we work with a plethora of musicians. I think we've got 60 at the present that we work with, and we've got about 12 singer-songwriters who we find musicians for them to work with and create albums. Alongside that, we also do live events. So we do everything from kind of, we did one back in July, our first one post-lockdown or post-COVID in the Unitarian Church in Brighton, a big, beautiful church space. And we blew the roof off it and could have sold it out 3 times over, to be honest. Everybody just wanted live music. And we've done things in the open market in Brighton. So we basically were given their plaza space in the middle of the market on a Saturday afternoon and said, they said to us, just bring some live music. And so we had a brilliant day there. We did the South Coast Recovery Walk in 2019 and had a big festival stage on Brighton seafront. We've done a lot of stuff in our local area, and we're growing all the time. We're moving into the area now of being able to offer training around events, and alongside that we also do a podcast as well, which is started off as a kind of conventional podcast with us talking about creative recovery. So talking to people like Kate from Small Performance Adventures, who do a lot of participatory theatre. We talk to a lot of musicians who are in recovery as well, who are kind of career musicians, so to get their experience of what it's like, having a life in the industry and then suddenly getting sober. What's the reaction been to things like that? So excuse me. So we have many strings to our bow, and it's been a wild ride. So I'll tell you a bit about myself, and then I can qualify myself a little bit as to why I'm the head of the UK's only recovery record label, because you might be sitting there going, well, this guy doesn't look like he's in recovery. But then when we're in recovery, how many of us do? Basically, I got involved in music at the age of sort of 15, 16, as very typically many musicians do. I started playing guitar, playing bass in bands, and had a career as a musician that lasted about 15 years until I was 30. Through all that time, obviously started at the age of 15 around sort of smoking a bit of pot and drinking, and as my career through music developed, then so too did my use of drugs and alcohol, and to the point where I was by the time I was 30, I had a very unhealthy cocaine addiction, amphetamines, speed was kind of my drug of choice, if you like, and booze to bring me down. And by the time I was 30, I was basically, nobody in the industry wanted to know who I was. I couldn't find any bands to work with. I'd sold most of my, if not all of my equipment. And then for the next 5 years, kind of foundered around, somehow wound up doing a degree in music business and management, and which God knows how I passed, but I got a 2-1 in my degree, with lots of special dispensation from the university. And then finally in 2015, decided that enough was enough. I'd reached my rock bottom, began doing fellowship, and checked into a community detox down here in Brighton. And that was kind of my journey through addiction. Then into recovery, I kind of I had ideas about going back and working in the music industry. I'd obviously done my degree and figured that it would be really nice to put that to good use. So I got a job with a local booking agency. And it started all very well and good, a couple of days a week working with them. Quickly became apparent that the director of the agency had quite a severe drug problem himself, which was obviously very unhealthy for me to be around. And so after about 18 months, I left that role and kind of had no real clue what I was going to do next. But what I did know was that during my early recovery, I'd met dozens of musicians who kind of like me just didn't really know what to do now. It was very difficult for them. They there was a few open mic nights in local coffee shops, but there wasn't anything beyond that. The idea of going and playing in one of the city's venues where you get paid in beer just was completely alien, and it just it wasn't working. This sober community had no outlet creatively for music. So I went to the Great Escape Festival in 2018, another Brighton festival, and everywhere I went was just networking drinks and bars, and everybody in the industry was kind of high-eyed and past it by 5 o'clock. And I thought to myself, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. The music industry still has drink and drugs as much as everyone kind of, there's a lot of talk now about mental health in the industry and things like that. It just doesn't cater for people in recovery, people with poor mental health. It just doesn't have that at its core. And so I thought to myself, why not? I had a chat with the Arts Council. I thought, why not? Why can't we have a recovery record label that puts recovery first, that puts individuals first, that uses creativity alongside other forms of recovery? So Smart earlier, I can see there's someone here from AA. Couple that with creativity. Creativity is an incredible outlet for personal growth and nourishment of the soul. So why can't we encourage people to use whatever their chosen path is for recovery, and then offer them offer them this creative outlet? So we built this platform where people could record and write music, and then we started doing the live events, and I kind of all just came to fruition. So we've been running for about just coming up on 4 years now, and we've really gone. In the first year we released a couple of singles, we did a few gigs. Second year we did a few more singles and a few more gigs, and then obviously COVID happened, so we released our first vinyl records. We managed to get, in between the lockdowns, we managed to get musicians in the studio to go and singer-songwriters to go and record some material, and put a vinyl out at the start of this year. And so we've really gone from strength to strength, and I'll talk in a few moments about what it is we've been doing alongside that during the pandemic. But what I'd like to do is play you guys some music, because that's why we're here. Sophie at BDP did ask me if we could get some musicians to do things live. I have terrible experience of getting musicians to do things live on the internet. So we've pre-recorded some live music for you. The only thing I will say is if you're easily offended by swearing, please do mute if you are easily offended. We have a policy of not vetting our musicians creatively. Some of them do like to have a good swear up. So my apologies in advance if you are offended, and please do just mute the audio. But I'll play those now for you. There's 3 tracks, one from our current hip hop artist called Milky. There's also Defus J, who is our electronic indie artist. And then we've got Man Like Malcolm, who's a very kind of classic kind of blues soul musician. So I'll play those for you now, if that's all right. Shall I carry on, Claire? Is that okay? Oh.
Yo, my name's Bill. Song goes by the name Monkey on My Shoulder. Monkey on my shoulder when I'm trying to keep it sober. This game is never over. I was sober for October. I was sober for November. I was drunk the whole December. Can't remember, kind of blurry. My neighbors heard me singing loud. I was drunk, it was only early. If only I could see inside and see how much it hurts me. My liver's fucked, my brain's corrupt. I'm down on my luck and I just got struck by lightning. Alright then, it's Friday night, I'm fighting. We don't lose, I take the bruise. I'm so damn high, I'm so confused. I'm so damn high, I'm flying. I'm so damn high, I'm flying. But tomorrow morning, I'll be dying. I'll be crawling, I'll be falling. And I feel like so much of a sword into me. Tomorrow morning, I'll be hanging out my arse. But I don't give up, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. I know I probably shouldn't, but this life it pass so fast. So walking while I'm at it, I'ma act like one big boss. There's a monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the glass. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Fuck this brick, this little shit he's licking on my freaking wiki. Makes me so damn freaking sick, he's so damn quick to scream up in my freaking ear. Milky mango, grab some beer, order up some freaking gear. Yeah, we're gonna get smashed today, here's an idea, don't be queer. I'm driving, let me steer, show no fear. Milky's here, take a seat, you're in for a treat. Nah, I ain't taking no seat, I ain't letting you speak to me. I ain't letting you inside my head, there's no way you defeating me. I told you it's over, so kicked up my shoulder, I'm finally sober. Soon as I say that I'm sober, he jumps straight back on my shoulder. Start screaming like a caged demon. What's the meaning of you intervening? You're even in my dreams when sleeping. My girlfriend said this is leaving, so I guess I'm grieving this evening. But drinking helps with the grieving. Tomorrow morning I'll be hanging out my but I don't give up, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. I know I probably shouldn't, but this life it pass so fast. So fuck it while I'm at it, I'ma act like one big boss. There's a monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the glass. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the. You claim to be my hero, but you leave me with that zero strength. Every time I need you, yeah, you leave me laying in my trench. Situations sitting up, clocking for some more. I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost my wife, the cheating. I'm feeling down, I'm feeling sore, I'm feeling pretty freaking poor. Where you freak, I'm freaking done. You always say let's just have one. It's never one, it's always more. 9 is 5, I'll work my door, but I'm not too sure what you want me for. Fuck you, monkey, it's not funny. Every time I spend my money, I'll end up nowhere following you. I'm following you straight back to the zoo. There's nothing you can do, you're in danger. I'm taking what's mine, I'm taking my hoodie, my vest, my socks, my trainers. Tomorrow morning I'll be hanging out my. But I don't give up, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. I know I probably shouldn't, but this life is passing fast. So rock it while I'm at it, I'ma act like one big boss. There's a monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the glass. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the floss. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the glass. Monkey on my shoulder and he's handing me the. Shoulder and he's handing me.
Wonder if the news today is different from yesterday. Wonder if they made it out alive. Wonder if the future has been written down in Sharpie. Wonder if black coaches will survive. And I don't really understand how I won't ever be a man. They're starting to see through my disguise. Maybe there's forgiveness at the end of summer rainbow. Used to hang there high up in the sky. Don't give me that look again. suspicion. And as usual, you tell me it sucks. Leave me alone so I can count my flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. Wonder if the ocean is as deep as people say it is. Wonder if the world is really round. Drip that information intravenously, and I don't think you'll find it till it wants to be found. And over in the distance there's a jet plane with a payload. Horsemen, they don't make a single sound. And everybody's paranoid, nobody will say so. Worried they will end up in the ground. And don't give me that look again. Had enough of your suspicion. And as usual, your timing sucks. Leave me alone so I can count my flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. Wonder if there's evidence that contradicts what I have said. Wonder if they'll ever let me go. Wonder if the people will continue being sheeple. Wonder if they'll ever let me go. Don't give me that look again. Had enough of your suspicion. And as usual, you try me to suck. Leave me alone so I can count my flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. Woo. My flying fucks. My flying fucks. My flying fucks.
Nobody cares. always be there. You better stop, look around, guess who's turned up in the town? Yes, it's me, remember me. The perfect time, perfect place to put a smile on your face. Yes, it's me, 'cause you I can see. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da, da 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 da. You better stop, look around. Guess who's turned up in your town? Yes, it's me, remember me. The perfect time, perfect place to put that smile on your face. Yes, it's me. Better stop, look around. Guess who's turned up in your town? Yes, it's me, remember me. The perfect time, perfect place to put that smile on your face. Yes, it's me, 'cause you I came to see, 'cause you I came to.
Oh, no, wrong button. Stop sharing. That's it. Great. Hope you all enjoyed that. Sorry if there was a lag. I don't know quite why that's happened. Not sure entirely, but yeah. So yeah, basically Malcolm, Defus J, and Milky there as well. So Milky's actually got his debut album is out today. So if you are on Spotify or anything, please go and search for him. It's called The Milky Way. It's 13 tracks, all about his life in addiction and finding recovery and things like that. Defus J, we have an album coming out for him in November, and then Malcolm is due to be, he's currently finishing treatment and is due to be going into the studio sort of within a few months as well. So we chose a nice little selection of people who've got music out now, music coming, and the music sort of underway as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. So I'm going to move on now and just talk about kind of what we would like to do. Oh, I've just realized we've run over time. Damn. Can I very quickly just summarize? That's all right.
Just very briefly, that's fine,
Very
because
briefly.
we've got the
Okay, so
drama
during the COVID pandemic, we set to with a big ambitious national project of connecting with recovery agencies like Bristol Drugs Project, like CGL up in Manchester, and basically we are hoping that you guys like the look of what we do, and we're very interested in coming and working in your city and cities all around the country to start delivering either open mic nights or more structured music events, and whatever that way, shape or form that might take. So we're very open to working with you guys. Really want to. I might have a little bit more time, but yeah, basically, if you're interested in kind of working with us and you want us to come and deliver some training and to do some events, please contact Sophie at BDP, and Sophie can gather some information, and we can have a further meeting. I'll also put my email in the chat in a moment, just if anybody wants to reach out, get in contact. I've seen there's been some stuff popping up while I've been talking, so if you want to follow up with me about anything that I've talked about today, then please do drop me an email. I'm pretty slow to reply to stuff, but I do get back to you because my life is crazy. I have a son and a business. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for having me. Big love, Bristol. Thank you.